Told y'all I'm gonna go live every day, man, for a few hours or try to give y'all a good hour. But it's your boy D's Media back again. If y'all hear anything in the background, that's my dog. As y'all know, if y'all was tuned in yesterday. But today, man, the first topic, man, we about to talk about, well, I'll give a few seconds for y'all to chime in, but the first topic we're going to talk about is Memo600. He dissed 600 Domo and 600 Trigga. He also exposed 600 Domo for being allegedly a rat. Let's jump straight into it. I'm going to give y'all a few seconds to chime in. Yo, but yeah, pretty much, man, Memo600, man, you know, the face of 600, I feel like, I feel like ain't nobody really left. Rondo locked up, C-Day locked up, E-Day gone. 600 famous still around, DThang ain't really no rapper, so I feel like Memo600 like the face of 600, and with Memo600, when he get to going on the internet tweaking, man, but he was calling some dudes out. But if y'all go check Memo600 Instagram, he say Domo snitched on Trigga. He said Domo snitched on Trigga. Trigga got them all years. I wish little Steve woulda. He said Jazz told on Rondo. He said you ain't used that pipe since your brother passed. For those that don't know, Domo, younger brother is DThang 600. This is the member that pretty much put 600 on the back. When you speak of DThang in Chicago, a lot of people may think of Dirt Brother, but no, it's a DThang from 600. But he real highly respected member. This is his brother, his older brother. So Memo600 is pretty much going at DThang brother. He calling him a rat. But like I say, man, I feel like this, man. I feel like Memo the face is 600, I feel like when something don't go his way, because he got the bigger fan base and, the bigger notoriety, I feel like, he gonna get the most attention, But honestly, before I ever heard of Memo600, I got to really give it to E-Day, Rondo, L.A. Capone, Tay 600. Like, these is all the guys that I remember. But now, as you see now, a lot of those guys that went to prison passed away. So Memo got the torch, A lot of people don't like the stuff that he do, even from what 600 Domo was saying. Like, this coming from a dude who ran out the studio from Dirt and THF. It's alleged that THF and Dirt and them was trying to allegedly do something to Memo, and he had to get up out that studio. And in the process, they got his jury, that Steve Drive chain, which everybody done seen it floating on the internet. This ain't nothing new. But Memo on one today, man, he calling out some certified members. A lot of people don't really talk about 600 Domo or 600 Trigga, because like I say, they're not really in the limelight. They not the main names that we know or we heard of in the beginning of the drill. But like I say, Domo is DThang older brother. Trigga, he's an ill rapper, if you ask me. I just feel like he don't have that OTF push, or he don't have that Chief Keef push, or that big that big label behind him. So I feel like a lot of his music go to deaf ears, But if y'all go look at 600 Trigga, he been rapping, and he can really flow and he can really rap. He not just a drill rapper, he can really rap. But he ain't got that opportunity like a Memo got, or a Just Blow, by having that affiliation with OTF and having just that little dirt around you, bro. When you around Dirt, you can get features from Thug, you can get features from Gunna, you can get features from 21 Savage. I'm saying at a point in time, of course, Thug is locked up, but I'm just giving an example, That's the benefits of being around OTF. But I wish Memo the best, man, But Memo, man, when he get on the internet, man, he get to tweaking, man. He get to going off on people, man. But like I'm going to say again, man, y'all can go check his IG out, man. But he going off on Domo 600 and Trigga 600. He called Domo a rat. There ain't no paperwork as far as I know that's out on Domo being no rap. But you know, like I say, when Memo do speak, man, he do speak facts. You know, let's keep it real. People may not like him because sometimes he pushed the issue, and sometimes he make hoods that was cool beef with each other over some of the stuff he said. But let's keep it real. When Memo really speak about certain events, they really be true. They really be true. They really do. But me personally, I feel like Memo need to focus on his craft, bro. Because this dude really can drop bangers, bro. You know? It didn't work out with OTF, but I feel like if he really get with a label, man, and they back him, you know, I feel like Memo really got a good chance to really pop and really blow, man, and get to that next level. You know, he got to lead the drama and the bull alone that, you know, but I guess it come with rap. But I feel like if Memo focused more on his music and less on trying to troll and do this and do that, I feel like Memo would have been gone, you know? Or maybe he ain't signing because the money ain't right, you know? Who knows, you know? He already signed a messed up deal with OTF where they wasn't promoting him and pushing him. Maybe he taking his time with signing the deal. But I feel like him releasing a song every 5-6 months, but you on Twitter arguing every day, that don't even add up. How you on Twitter every day giving your time and energy to Clubhouse, but you only dropping a song every 5-6 months? That don't even make sense. I will focus more on the music. The music gonna get you out the hood, not the trolling on Clubhouse and trolling on Instagram. But that's what's wrong with the youth. They use these platforms and for the wrong reason. Man, you can make a lot of money off these platforms if you use it right. Don't just pick up your phone to get into it with some ops 2-3 blocks over, man. Use this internet, this opportunity to really get some money. That's what I feel like Memo is messing up at. Is I feel like a lot of people is bagging up off of him because he come with a lot. You know, you don't know what he gonna spaz on this person or that. When I feel like if he really just focus on the craft and the music and really stay in the studio and chime in, I feel like Memo can really go somewhere because people can't say he ain't got bangers. Steppers was a banger, you know. The one he got with Vaughn, that was a banger. Uncle Luke, that's a banger. We that's a banger. So he make hits, you know. He just don't got that label bagging him. But a lot of labels and a lot of people ain't gonna bag him because of some of the stuff he do on the internet. You see why Dirt walked away from him. Dirt didn't walk away from Memo because he wasn't talented. He walked away from him because he come with too much. He beefed with this hood, that hood, this hood, that hood. And if he got OTF on his name, now you dragged into it. You know, think about it. He embarrassed OTF by going at the baby, even though it turned out, you know, wasn't really no real smoke. But Memo caused OTF a lot of embarrassments, man, so they let him go. It wasn't because he wasn't talented. I'm going to say that again. Memo got talent. But as you can see, like today, that's why a lot of people don't mess with him. That's why a lot of people wacky on him. Because like I say, he puts his time and energy into stuff that I feel like ain't gonna make him no money, you know? But I'm gonna say this one more time before we go to the next subject. He releases a song every 5-6 months, but he's on Twitter and Clubhouse arguing with somebody every day. So imagine what he's doing with his 24 hours. It's not on making music and blowing up, because if that's what it was, you'll be dropping every 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks or something like that. But he on Clubhouse and Instagram and Facebook and all this every day. But in this generation, controversy sell. You keep people talking about your name, you got a good chance, man. But our next subject, man, we're going to go to, man, it's been trending something crazy. We're going to talk about J. Cole. Man, I feel like J. Cole trying to end Kendrick Lamar career. Let's jump straight into it. I feel like, man, at the end of the day, the reason why it's no comparison between Kendrick and J. Cole is 2 reasons. I feel like one is a controversy rapper, and I feel like one is a bar rapper. So I feel like at the end of the day, they both make good music in their own way. Kendrick is a little bit more political, you know, like his songs like Poetic Justice and stuff like that. Like, you know, his songs has meanings behind it. You know, you could tell sometimes when Kendrick Lamar make a song, you could tell he felt something that day, or he seen something on the news and he got inspired to go in the booth and make music. You know, J. Cole looked like all day long, he just walking through the crib, just bar for bar, just freestyling, because he got bars. That's all day long. You can tell that's what J. Cole doing through the crib. Oh, let me write this down. Oh. Let me put this on the song. Let me put this on the song. Oh, no. Take that off. That ain't too hard. You get what I'm saying? I feel like they in two different leagues. I feel like at the end of the day, the body of work, they both is a 10. Kendrick body of work is amazing. J. Cole body of work is amazing. I feel like where J. Cole get more fans and more public support is how often he release music. You know, J. Cole may release an album once a year, you know, then he'll release a little EP, then he'll jump on 5-6 features, you know. Kendrick, he only gonna release an album once every 3 years, but when he release an album, he gonna give you a tour to go with it. He gonna give you a good body of work. But after that tour is over, he going back to his regular life. It's like what Kendrick Lamar is. It's like he don't want the fame and the notoriety and all that. He wants to just make music. And you could tell because he disappeared after he has a #1 album, a #1 song, the #1 tour. He'll just disappear for 2-3 years. You won't hear nothing from him. He won't be in the media. You know, he's not one of those people. You're not gonna see him at Mike Rubin party, P. Diddy party. Hold up, no Diddy. You're not gonna see him like that. You know, it's like he doesn't want the fame. You know, he just want the music and what comes with it. Of course, it's the money. You know, but with J. Cole, it's like, I feel like J. Cole is like, he wake up and he just did, this is just what he do. Like, he got bars for days, and it's like he just like to get the music out, you know? I just feel like what J. Cole is, J. Cole don't really do interviews, and he doesn't really market his projects as he could. You know, he's not going to be on the Breakfast Club, or he's not going to be off the porch or on No Jumper or none of that. You know, he's just going to release music and do him. He's not going to be buying a $500,000 car or $300,000 chain or nothing. You're going to see him with a jersey on, some Jordans, and his dreads tied up, you know? But I feel like both of these guys contribute so much to hip hop just in general that it's like us putting them against each other. It's like almost kind of like Superman, Batman. You know, everybody likes Superman, everybody like Batman, you know? But my honest opinion, I feel like J. Cole got him, you know? But also we got to remember this. Kendrick Lamar only had a feature that he dissed him. Cole had a whole song. So Cole got more bars off than Kendrick did. Kendrick dissed him on a Future and Metro Boomin song. So Kendrick only had probably like an 8, a 12 or something like that. J. Cole had the whole song to get at him. You know? He had the whole song to get at him. Now let's judge both of their bodies of work if they both do a song coming at each other. Get him 3 minutes, get him 3 minutes. I don't really care for who would ever choose whatever beat, and then let's judge it. But we can't really judge J. Cole and them beef, and they haven't really gave us a full body of work of going at each other. You know, J. Cole got his off with this song. Kendrick threw some shots at him, you know, but J. Cole responded. Now it's up to Kendrick to come back with a whole song. Now, if Kendrick come back with a whole song and it ain't up to what J. Cole did, then we know we got a winner. But as of right now, I feel like J. Cole won, and I'm going to say this again. He put a full-length song out, 3-4 minutes. No, I think it's probably longer than that. It's called 7-Minute Drill. You know, it's out right now, going crazy. #2 on YouTube, going crazy right now. But that's a whole song versus a feature. So we got to give Kendrick a little credit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, one thing that we can't use against J. Cole, it's not J. Cole's fault that Kendrick refused to release music like that. You know, it's like in a music contract, you got a 6 months waiting period, 12-month waiting period. I never heard of where you got a 3-year waiting period to release music. Think about it. Why wouldn't Dr. Dre or Interscope or Universal want Kendrick Lamar to release an album, and he's one of the hottest artists in the world? You don't think they want him to release music? It's not up to the label. The label wouldn't want Kendrick to wait 3 years. That's just what he's choosing to do. You got a clause in music contracts. The average standard is 12 months to 6 months where labels try to give a gap before you can release another album, you know? So for him to wait 3 years, that's something that he's choosing to do, not something that the label is forcing him to do, because why wouldn't you want one of the biggest artists in the world to release music, you know? But he moves on his own time. When he wants to release music, he will, you know? But yeah, so we can't really blame J. Cole for that, you know? But like I was telling my boss today at work, I was telling him, I said, the thing that I respect about J. Cole is that J. Cole will beat you in a humble way. It's like you playing one-on-one basketball with somebody, they blow you out, but they say, good game, bro. You know, next time, bro, work on your jumper, or next time do this or do that. It's like J. Cole will humbly beat you, like humbly tear you apart. Like, good game, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the one thing like I respect about J. Cole is because it's like he tear you apart and then be like, but you still my dog though. You know? You still my dog though. But I gotta give it to him, man. You know, J. Cole came with it. You know, he came with it. You know, I didn't listen to his whole EP just dropped. It's called May Delete Later, maybe Delete Later, something like that. So I haven't listened to the whole body of work. I just really listened to the one song because it was going viral. You know, but right now, man, you know, I think Kendrick in that studio, man. Kendrick ain't going out like that. Kendrick ain't going out like that. He got the whole West Coast right now looking at him. He ain't going out like that. He ain't going out. The West Coast, I mean the whole music industry looking at him right now. They ain't going out like that. He ain't going out like that. I just don't see it. I don't see what's the name going out like that. Stop. Yeah. I don't see him going out like that. But who y'all think will outsell each other if they both drop the album the same day? Who y'all think will outsell each other? Because they both do amazing numbers. You know, they both #1 albums, you know, back to back. Who y'all think will outsell each other? You know? Y'all comment on there real quick. Y'all let me know, man. Who y'all think will outsell each other if they both drop the album the same day, J. Cole or Kendrick? Who y'all think will outsell each other? I'm going to say, I still think Kendrick. I think Kendrick will outsell J. Cole. I really do. I don't think it's going to be that far off. They may be neck to neck, but I think Kendrick could get them. First week sales, I think Kendrick could get them. I think Kendrick could get them. I think he will. I definitely think he will. But for sure, I'm going to say this and I'm going to mean this. Drake not top 1 or top 2. My personal opinion, Cole, Kendrick, who would I put in the third spot right now? Who really earned it? Who would I put in that third spot? Let me think. I don't want to just say anybody crazy. Who would I put in that third spot that really earned it? I don't think nobody earned that third spot. I definitely don't, especially not nobody in this generation. You know, we got some amazing artists in this generation, but I don't think they earned that for the third spot yet. I don't think YB there yet. I don't think Dirt there yet. I don't think Baby there yet. Um, Drake, I think he more for the ladies. Amazing, dope artist, though. Love Drake. Amazing numbers first week when he dropped, but I don't think he. Yeah, I don't think it's nobody in that third spot. I just think it's Cole and Kendrick. I don't think it's nobody in that third spot. I'm gonna be honest with you. Appreciate that, my boy. But yeah, I don't see nobody in that third spot. You know, I just don't. I feel like those two guys right now separate themselves. They put themselves in a whole nother league. You know, I just don't feel like nobody body of work can compare to Cole Gates, Kevin Gates. That's a good one, man. But I'm talking about like full body of work. You gotta think, right? Cole body of work from features on up. He knocking them out the park. Kendrick too. It's a lot of artists that then slipped on some verses, some albums that ain't really, but you can't really name too many bad things that them dudes then came out with. I just don't feel like nobody really earned that right to be in that third place. You know, if anybody, I guess you could put Drake there, but at the end of the day, I feel like you got to put Drake in the genre then. You know, if you're going to put Drake in the hip hop genre, then we only can base off his hip hop music. We can't base off the music that he make for the ladies, because if we bring it in that, Drake will blow out Kendrick and J. Cole. You get me? He brought back the Caribbean sound, him and Rihanna. You know, the songs he did for the ladies is just crazy. But if we talking about rapping, Drake ain't there yet, because majority of his body of work is pop. You get me? Ain't nothing Kendrick pop about him. Ain't nothing pop about J. Cole. They is specifically rap lyricists. A lot of these dudes, they to me, they ain't really rappers. They ain't really bar lyricists. That's just me personally. But I'm gonna say it again. We got some amazing young artists that's killing this and killing in this generation. You know, we got some amazing artists. You know, you right about that. You definitely right about that. You right about that. Kevin Gates did lead Cash Money and went platinum on his own. You know, a lot of people gave up on Kevin Gates. You know, not just Cash Money. A lot of people overlooked him. You know, and he came to be one of the big stars to come out of that boot. So definitely shout out to Kevin Gates. Um, the next subject we're gonna talk about. This is for my ladies. I'm trying to come up with some topics for the ladies to tap in to these media. But today, man, we're gonna talk about JT and GloRilla, man. Man, they going at it, man. They going at each other neck, man. You know, I feel like at this point right now, I feel like GloRilla about to drop a tape. You know, so I feel like right now she just in that marketing mode. But allegedly, you know, she allegedly slapped JT backstage. You know, a few years ago, and ever since then, these females been at odds. You know, GloRilla dropped her name in a song that she recently just dropped, and from there, you know, it just went left. You know, and a lot of times people don't remember about JT is they be surprised or shocked when JT get to going off, but they forget that she from the hood in Miami. You know, and then on top of that, it's like, what does she really got to lose right now? You know, City Girls albums ain't really doing what it was doing in the beginning. You know, also on top of that, you know, my Young Miami getting caught up in the Diddy situation like that. You know, I'm hearing that, you know, the size of the arenas that they performing at is going down. Hearing that, you know, they went from performing in front of 10, 15,000 people to maybe 500, 600 now. You know, that's when your career get to going down. You know, I feel like where the City Girls messed up was well, a lot of people artists messed up. When you got your run and you got that, when you see them artists coming up, you link with them. You keep staying relevant, and that's passing the torch. I feel like Young Miami when they had that wave, because you got to think They came in the game. Females wouldn't really talk about tricking dudes out of money and getting Birkin bags and all that. The City Girls was one of the first groups to start stamp that. But just imagine if they would have passed that torch to Lotto, passed that torch to JT, passed that torch to you know, a lot of these up and coming female artists. You know, their longevity would have been a little bit longer. You know, but when you think you at the top and you try to hold your on somebody, when that person get to that top, how you think they gonna act? Now just imagine if JT and the City Girls would have open GloRilla with open arms, you know, Cash Doll, like, you know, all these Ice Spice, like all these popping females, Sexy Red, all these popping females right now, if they would have, showed them some love, get them some free verses, do all of this instead of trying to hold you up on them. Now look what happened. City Girls down here, GloRilla up here, Sexy Red up here, Lotto up here, Megan Thee Stallion up here. All these females is passing them. They ain't probably put as much work in as the City Girls. They probably ain't even grind as much as the City Girls is. But our ears and our attention spans is small now. Now we on to the next thing. You know, right now, if I was a party promoter, you think I'm booking the City Girls over Ice Spice? You think I'm booking the City Girls over Sexy Red? You think I'm booking the City Girls over Lotto? Over Meg Thee Stallion? You get what I'm saying? They turn starting to go. They starting to fade out, you know? That's because they ain't passed the torch. But it's not just the City Girls. It's a lot of people that's doing it, you know? But look at the artist that is doing it. Look at French Montana, what he doing right now in New York. People ain't even talking about it. He's signing all the young artists in New York. He low-key passing the torch. Because French know, my wave is gone. But this young dude in New York that's hot and on fire, I can jump on any of his songs and I'm back relevant. Then I'm about to make a bag off of them because this is what the people want to hear. I'm already connected with the label, so I'm just signing the dude off the street and walking him into a label. I'm giving somebody pennies on a dollar. I'm giving you $200,000 for walking you in the label and getting a $2 million advance. I just made $1.8 million. Let's just say if I give you $800,000, I walk away with $1 million. I just made an $800,000 profit. You know what I'm saying? Got to start passing. Look what Gotti did for Memphis. Bad, Youngster, Glow. Now look what they doing for artists. YTB Fat, Lil Migo. Because they know, bagging them know. Bro, our wave going down, but these young dudes going up. The Shiesties, YTB Fat, the Big 30s, the FTO Set. These are the dudes running Memphis now. You see what Memphis is doing? Memphis is, Finesse just signed Hopped Out Sean, one of the hottest artists. You see what Memphis is doing? Because they know these young dudes, this is it. That's where the City Girls messed up at. That's where a lot of artists is messing up at. That's jealousy. You call it whatever you want to. That's like me. If I get my platform up here and I see somebody buzzing and going up, you think I want to bring them on live and do content with them and all of that? Why wouldn't I? Like, come on. You got to pass the torch. Nobody going to sit at the top of the mountain forever. Bird and Magic passed it to Jordan. Jordan and them passed it to Duncan and them. I mean to Duncan and them. Duncan and them passed it to Kobe and Shaq. Kobe and Shaq passed it off. You see how I just, bro, you only could be at the top for so long. You only could be at the top for so long. But right now, that's going to help GloRilla first week sales. That's about to help her sales. Believe it or not. Because they talking about her. JT better drop some music. Drop some music and go solo. You ain't gonna make no money right now with Young Miami. She about to get blackballed so bad. It ain't even funny. It ain't even funny. She about to get blackballed. But our next subject, we about to switch over to sports. I'm gonna start doing a sports column every time I get on here online for any of my sports fans that's out here. Today we talking about Bronny James just declared for the NBA draft, but he kept his option open to return to college. He also entered the draft portal too. I know y'all like, dang, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, man. I feel like right now, I feel like if I was in Bronny's shoes, I would go back to college for another year. But there's nothing wrong with testing the NBA because at the end of the day, the NBA is gonna give you some analysis and some feedback on what they feel like you need to work on. So let's just say I feel like, from my personal opinion, I feel like Bronny is too much of a team player. You know, I feel like Bronny don't want to bring that dog out of him until you push him. You know, when, believe it or not, his dad, it snapped instantly. You ain't gotta push LeBron for that instant to come on. You ain't gotta push Kobe. You ain't have to push Kobe Bryant for that instant to come on. They got it. That's what Bronny is messing up at. But you gotta think, and I'm gonna revert back to what Gilbert Arenas say this. You got players out there that's watching their moms. I mean, players, NBA, basketball, baseball players, they watching their parents struggle every day, having to work 3, 4 jobs and having to take care of 5, 6 kids and can't get everything that you want, but you're going to get everything that you need. Those is the players, when they hit the basketball court, they trying to tear things to shreds because they really trying to make it out. I feel like Bronny got everything. You get what I'm saying? So his drive and his thirst for basketball might not be the same as a person that's in the hood with nothing. You get what I'm saying? Bronny's living in a $30 million house. What is his drive for basketball if he don't want to play? What is his drive? What if he don't want to play basketball? His future is still straight. It's some people where this is their only way out, or the streets. They don't want to do the streets. And they good at basketball and football. So that's what they going to do. So I feel like when Bronny's on the court, he play like he stay in a $35 million mansion. But that's not his fault that he was born into, you know, a billionaire dad and one of the best basketball players to ever lace him up. You know, that's not his fault, you know, and neither should he feel bad for it. You know, that's a blessing, you know. But for the kids out there that's hungry, Bronny, they gonna tear you to shreds, as we can see his freshman year. You know, this ain't LeBron James AAU team where you gonna play all day and do all of that. USC, we got to see. You know, you got the #1 pick the #1 recruit coming in from USC. He played 30-something minutes this year. Bronny only seen 18, 17 minutes. He did have a heart condition, and they didn't want to push it too long, so they wanted to give him 15 to 20 minutes a game to see how his heart will act. So I can understand that probably why. And I'm pretty sure USC don't want to be responsible for something happened to LeBron James' son, and he don't really have to play basketball. It's not like he need to go out there and hurt himself. So I get that part. But, man, that #1 recruit, man, he came in there and he balled out. You know, he about to be a top 10 pick. You get what I'm saying? They came in talking about Bronny. Now this man is gone. Why? Because he got that hunger, that drive. His mom's is probably working right now. That's the difference, I feel. I feel like what Bronny need to do is, if basketball is really what his passion and what he want to do, he need to, first of all, everybody need to realize that he's not going to be LeBron James. I feel like Bronny is going to be a good role player. I feel like at the max, I feel like Bronny, his career year in the NBA, I feel like the most he may average is 15 points. Because I feel like he going to have 7 assists and 5 rebounds and 1 block and 1 this. You get what I'm saying? I don't feel like he's going to be no 25 a game player in the NBA. I just don't. Then mind you, look at his size. You know, he's 6'2". What position can you really play at 6'2"? Because he's really a combo guard. Combo guard ain't gonna really work at 6'2" in the NBA. So you're gonna have to lean towards him more playing the point. If you put the ball in his hand, we already seen he's more of a team player. So if you put the ball in his hand, he's going to resort to passing and not scoring. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you're going to have to pick and choose. Some plays let him dribble. Sometimes, Bronny, you got to spot up because I don't see nobody stopping that boy in transition. I mean, my bad to call him a boy. I don't see nobody stopping Bronny in transition. Think about it. Who going to stop him? Because he jumping over the rim. You got to put him in situations to where he can drive in. You know, have him coming off of picks and slashing. Let him use his athleticism. You know, like put him in positions to where he can succeed. Don't try to play him like LeBron because he's not a LeBron. Now, if he grows 6, 7 more inches and he's 6'8", 6'9", let him be his daddy. But if he at the guard, it's impossible for him to play like LeBron. You know, he's going to be a role player and a transition scorer. You know, he's going to be a defense and an offense player. But it's going to be games where he's going to have more assists than he's going to have points. But that don't make him a garbage player. He's just not going to be a 30-point-a-game scorer like his dad, LeBron James. So it's like, if I was him, if he go to the NBA right now, he's going to be, at best, a second-round pick or an undrafted free agent. He can go back this year and work on his game, get the doctors to see how many minutes, if his heart can really handle 25, 30 minutes, give him some good runs in the summer, you know, run him out, run him hard, see if his heart can handle that. If his heart can handle it, let him go next year. Let him go. Let him give him 30 minutes. Then let's judge him. You can't judge nobody playing no 18 minutes off the bench. You come off the bench, I played basketball. You ain't coming off the bench like Ginobili or Harden. How you going to get hot? You better be coming off like J.R. Smith. Every time you touch it, you shooting it. But for a player like Bronny, that's a team player, how he going to come off the bench and give you 10 points? He want to pass, rebound, play D, and all of that. So at halftime, you be like, man, I done played this kid 10 minutes. Already, he ain't did nothing. But you look, he got 2 points, 3 rebounds, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, a block, a turnover, 2 charges, you know. But I feel like Bronny's going to be a good role player. You know, I just don't feel like he's going to be his dad, but I don't feel like that's a knock against him, you know. But I feel like if basketball what he want, man, he got to show somebody that he want it, man, you know. And I'm not a basketball analyst, a coach, or anything. I'm just, you know, just a fan or a spectator. And I'm telling you, it don't look like he want to play basketball. It don't. He live in a $35 million mansion. He getting $5, $6 million from NIL. He signed to Nike. He signed to Beats. He signed to this. He signed to that. What is his drive and his motivation if he don't want to play basketball that day? You think Bron gonna be like, oh man, son, whatever you want to do. But I'm gonna tell you who I feel like gonna be that man. I feel like the youngest one, Bryce. He got the height. He built like Bron. He an all-around player. You know, I feel like with another couple years, I feel like he gonna be that deal. You know, man that sprouted from 5'8" to 6'6". Couple summers ago, Bronny was 5, 6 inches taller than him. He taller than Bronny now. You know? Everybody worried about Bronny, so they ain't really paying too much attention on Bryce. So Bryce can hit the gym, he can ball, he can beat him. Everybody worried about Big Bro. Wait till Lil Bro come. They so worried about Big Bro. Lil Bro gonna really be the one. Bryce gonna be the one. Bryce gonna be the one, man, that's gonna be that 20-point-a-game scorer in the NBA. I don't think it's gonna be Bronny. I think Bronny gonna be a good role player. I really do think he is. I think the best career year he gonna have is maybe 15, 16 points. You know, I don't even think Bronny may start in the NBA. You know, because think about it. Everybody got a dog point guard. What position you gonna put him at? He's 6'2". Shoot, you got Darius Garland. You got Trae Young. We ain't even talk about the Steph Curry's, James Harden, Chris Paul, Westbrook. I don't even think Javante Murray, Drew Holiday. You think Bronny can get the ball up court over Drew Holiday right now? You must be crazy, bro. You must be crazy. Everybody already got it, basically a starting point guard. So he gonna have to come off the bench. And like I say, that's why I feel like Bryce is gonna be better. Because Bryce, if he's 6'6" right now and he ain't even done growing, he may end up at 6'8", 6'9" like LeBron. That's when you could play him at the 2, 3, 4. You know, he got handles, he could shoot, he could play defense, he got good court vision like his dad. That's gonna be the one that he could be the point forward. You know? I just don't feel like it's gonna be Bronny. But I feel like Bronny gonna have a good NBA career. But I don't think it's gonna be this year. I don't think he's going to the NBA this year. He could probably go undrafted and sign to the Lakers, but other than that being a publicity stunt because of the father and the son going to be the first time playing in the NBA and jersey sales and all of that, he can't help the Lakers win no championship. What are you going to do against the Denver Nuggets against Jamal Murray? What are you going to do against the Clippers? What are you going to do against the Thunder? Shea, eat that boy up right now. What are you going to do against the Timberwolves? Because they the teams right now balling, them two. And eat that boy alive. So when we sit there and we try to say, oh, he can come in the NBA, let's play. He can play right now. Let's be realistically. Let's just say if he do go to the Lakers. He ain't even about to start over D'Angelo Russell. I wouldn't start him over D'Angelo Russell. And D'Angelo Russell is wacky to me. I wouldn't start him over Austin Reeves. What he gonna do? He gonna come off the bench and be a role player. And he gonna be good at it. He gonna come off the bench and give you that spark. But he's not gonna help an NBA team this year if he come out. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. For any of my NBA fans or sports fans out there, y'all let me know in the comment section real quick. Am I tweaking? Am I off one? What he gonna do? What he gonna do? I just think he's gonna be a role player, but he's gonna be a good one. But part of the reason I feel like they gonna call him a bust is because our expectations of him, you know, and it's like, it's no different, I feel like, with Jordan kids. You know, when Jeffrey was going to Illinois, oh, this Michael Jordan's son, man, did never average over 5 points a game. Marcus Jordan, he had the best career out of all of them. You know, was an McDonald's All-American. Won a state championship in Chicago. Was an All-American, played in the Jordan Brand Classic. You know, he had a good career at UCF, but he didn't get drafted. What did he ended up doing? He's selling retail. He's selling unreleased sneakers with his dad. Because you want to know one thing he realized? I can't be my dad. But that's just the pressure that we put on him because those are Jordan kids. That's no different from LeBron James' son. He could quit right now and say, I want to run a James empire with my dad. I don't want to play basketball. Think about it. His dad got a $1 billion empire. What if he say he don't want to do that? I want to be a businessman. So we got to stop putting expectation on these kids just because their dads is who they is. You get what I'm saying? Because, I mean, you're going to have the kids like Carmelo Anthony's son. You could tell. He looked like he wanted. Melo's son looked like he wanted. He giving straight buckets. Gilbert Arenas' son. Gilbert Arenas' son right now, man, you can put him on the court with any player in high school, man, and Gilbert Arenas' son is going to handle his business. That's because he wanted. You got the kids out there. Just because you a famous person, kids, you still got kids out there that want it. Look at Marvin Harrison Jr. You could tell he wanted when he go out there, when he touchdown, you could tell he wanted. But certain kids, we just give them the stature and stuff. Like, look at the Ball family. We put so much pressure on Lonzo and Melo. Them boys can't play a full season. They got ankles issues, knee issues, everything. That don't mean that they are busting their career not good. We just put too much expectation on them. Let them go out there and ball out and be them. You know? We got to quit doing that, man. We putting a lot of expectation and a lot of pressure on these kids because of who their dads is. For real. Keep it real with you. We do that a lot. It's hard, man, to be like somebody. Like, look at Shaq's son. Shaq's son probably ain't gonna never make it to the NBA. Sharif. The youngest one is nice. He got a good chance. He's another one coming out of high school. We put a lot of pressure on them. Let these boys be kids. You see? Try to tell you, look at all those cases I just named. You get what I'm saying? Pressures we didn't put on them things. You gotta think. When LeBron came to high school, his moms and them just moved out the projects. He had a different type of hunger. Jordan and them was staying in North Carolina, pretty much basically on a farm when he got to North Carolina. He wanted it. Look at all the famous people, how they got to where they want. Look at Shaq, military family. Came from a strong household, you know? But they was middle class. Shaq didn't want his moms to keep being middle class, but they didn't come from that. Just think about that. Just think about that. It's a hunger. It's a want. It's a drive. A lot of people drive and motivation is to make it. But if you feel like you done made it, or you feel like you don't gotta work as hard, somebody gonna blow past you because there's people out here that want it. You gotta want it every day. Every time we keep hearing those Kobe Bryant stories, oh, this man shot 500 jump shots a day. He shot 100 this, and that. That's because Kobe wanted it. He wanted it. You got dudes in it. You got dudes in the NBA where you could tell, you be like, yeah, he ain't gonna be here in 4 or 5 years. You gotta want it. But before we get to our next subject, man, all respects go to Bronny, man. But just from my personal opinion, I feel like, man, you should go ahead and stay in college, man. Prepare your body and your mind another year. I feel like you should try to go see a doctor to see what's the maximum minutes you feel like they could play a game. And I feel like you should go to a team, man, that's built around you, man. You know, don't look for one of these programs like Duke, Kentucky, UCLA, all of that, because they're gonna have high recruits coming in, and 9 times out of 10, the coaches gonna want to play them. Go you to a school like maybe Ohio State or something like that, or you know, a school Villanova, or you know, a school like that to where you ain't got to worry about the lights and all of that. Not LA and USC or nothing like that. Go somewhere where you could just, you know, just really work on your craft and really, you know, really channel in on what type of basketball player you really want to be. Because that's what I feel like you could be at your max. I feel like you could be at best a 15-point player off the bench. I don't feel like you could be no starting point guard. I just don't. I feel like you undersized, and I feel like even some of the worstest point guards right now in the NBA, I feel like they'll give you buckets. You know, I mean, that's just honest. I feel like, you know, we didn't even got to talk about the top tier point guards. You know, like I say, we ain't gonna talk about going against the Ja Morants and all of that. You could just say to people like Darius Garland. I'm gonna say again, I feel like Darius Garland will give them buckets. You know, I feel like Drew Holiday will give them buckets. You know, I just don't feel like he's ready right now for the NBA, and he definitely ain't gonna help the Lakers right now win nothing. That's just my personal opinion. That's just me. But yeah, man, before I get up out of here, man, peace, positivity, network growth, man. We're gonna try our best, man, to save these kids out here, man. Like I say every time, man, there's plenty ways out here you can get some money, man. Don't let these people fool you or trick you into thinking the streets is where it's at, man. There's no loyalty in them streets. I played in them streets for a nice little minute. I'm tell you, it ain't where it at. It ain't no loyalty no more. These dudes will backdoor you if your pipe look nice or if your chain shine hard. It ain't worth it, man. There's plenty ways you can make money and make it. You can shoot 3-pointers. You can throw a ball 40 yards. You could do what I'm doing on YouTube. You could do food reviews. You could breed pit bulls. You could do so much stuff out here to make a decent living, man. But it's your boy D's Media signing out, man. I'm gonna check back in tomorrow. I told you I'm going live every day, man. But it's your boy D's Media signing out. Y'all let me know in the comment section any topics y'all want to talk about. Y'all let me know how this live went. You know, I hope we bonded, and I hope we through this little hour, I hope, we got to know each other, because that's what it's all about. Very soon, man, I'm gonna have some prize giveaways, man, for my subscribers, man. So we're coming real soon, man. But I'm gonna be letting y'all know through my lives. But I definitely got some Cash App giveaways about to come up, man. And hopefully within another month, hopefully sooner than that. But I'm definitely say within a month, I'm gonna start giving out, cash prizes to people that tap in on live. I'm gonna just tell you, drop your Cash App, man. And I'm gonna try to send you something. But it's your boy D's Media, man. Just keep working with me, man. We're growing bigger and bigger. I remember my first interview was with Crip Mac. Y'all can go check my lives on here. I got interviews from Crip Mac, uh, FYBJ Main, Big Hank Lowdown, King Yella, Bando KD, M Block Dawa, BG Lil Pat. I interviewed Big Mike, Terrence Gangster Williams. Who else? There's so many people. Skinny from the Nine. I don't know if I just said King Yella, but interview him. I'm trying to think who else. Who else on here? Munna Mod, I interviewed. Munna Ike, I interviewed. FYBJ Main. I interviewed his artist, FYBJ Main. FYB Smiley. Who else? Trying to make sure I get everybody. Oh, I interviewed Rondo number 9. I got a freestyle on here from Rondo number 9 when he was locked up in prison. I interviewed his brother. Who else I interviewed? I interviewed Big Wani from O Block. Who else did I interview? Trying to think. All these is on my live on my page. If y'all want to go watch them, man, y'all can go check them out, man. Some real dope interviews. I'm trying to think who else. Before I get up out of here, let me think who else. I got a lot of stuff that I ain't even released. Some of those interviews that I named, you might not find it because they ain't really all the way been released. Trying to think who else. Oh, PGF Nook, PGF Muda, 33 Boys, OTF Timo. Man, I got so many interviews on this page, man. Y'all go watch them, man. My Instagram is in the page. My TikTok is in the page. But I'm gonna tap back in with y'all tomorrow, man. I hope y'all liked this interview, enjoyed it, man. Y'all go check out my interviews on my page. They on my live. Like I say, man, I got probably a good 20 interviews on here. I really got 50 in the cut, but I ain't really been releasing them all. But y'all work with me, man. I'm gonna start dropping them things, man. Y'all let me know out of those interviews what y'all want to see. I still got a Bando KD interview in the cut. I still got an M Block Dawa interview in the cut. I got a Bando KD interview I ain't released. I got a Big Mike interview I ain't dropped. Who else I got an interview out? O Block Durkee, I got an interview out with him I ain't dropped. It's plenty. I got plenty work, man. But it's your boy D's Media signing out, man. I'll talk all night. But man, love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for subscribing to the channel, man. But peace, positivity, network growth, man. See y'all soon.